All right, so here are some examples for the writing equations in slope-intercept form part 2. We have y plus 19 equals 6x. Now remember, your equations need to be in the form y equals mx plus b. So the first thing I'm going to need to do here on this problem is I need to get the y by itself. So I'm going to cancel out the 19 by subtracting 19 on both sides of the equation. And once I do that, y will equal, put the x term first, 6x minus 19. Now my rewritten equation is y equals 6x minus 19. Break that apart, identify my slope. My slope is the coefficient with the x, which is 6, and my y-intercept is going to be negative 19. All right, done. Next question, 4y minus 12 equals 4x. So I need the y by itself. I'm going to cancel out that minus 12 first by adding 12 to both sides of the equation. Once I do that, I will end up with 4y on the left equals 4x plus 12. Now I need the 4 to cancel out by dividing everything by 4. So divide each term by 4. Divide 4. And that will leave me with y equals 1x, because 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1x and 12 divided by 4 is 3, so plus 3. So my rewritten equation is y equals 1x plus 3. My slope is the coefficient in front of the x, so that's 1, and my y-intercept is 3. Okay, now 10y equals 20x plus 50. We need the y by itself, and on the side of the equation that has the y, there's only the 10 that's getting multiplied. So that means we're just going to go through and divide each term by 10, and when we do that, that will leave us with y equals 20 divided by 10 is 2, put the x back on, and 50 divided by 10 is positive 5. That's it. So my rewritten equation is y equals 2x plus 5. Identify my slope is 2, and my y-intercept is 5. All right, keep on going. So the next one, I have 6y equals 18x. Side that has the y, we need the y by itself, so the 6 that's getting multiplied is going to be divided each term by 6. When I do that, 6's cancel out, leaves me with y equals 18 divided by 6 is 3, and put the x back on, and that's it. So my equation, when I rewrite it, is y equals 3x. So I get my slope is the coefficient in front of the x, so that's the 3, but then I don't see a y-intercept, and that's because it's plus 0, but we don't really write that, but for the y-intercept, we would put 0. Okay, next one. Negative 8y equals 16x minus 24. For the side that has the y, it's getting multiplied by negative 8, so I have to divide each term by negative 8. When I do that, y will equal 16 divided by negative 8 is going to be at negative 2x, and negative 24 divided by negative 8 is a positive 3. So my rewritten equation is y equals negative 2x plus 3. So my slope here is negative 2. My y-intercept is 3. All right, a couple more. Negative 4x plus 14y equals negative 1. Well, on the side that has the y, I've got quite a few things going on, so I first need to cancel out the x term, so that negative 4x, to cancel it out, I have to do the opposite. So plus 4x on the left side of the equal sign, and plus 4x over here. Once I do that, I am left with 14y on the left equals 4x minus 1. So So I still need to cancel out that 14 that's being multiplied. So I'm going to divide everything by 14. Divide each term by 14. That will leave me with y equals 14 divided by 14. Well, that comes out to be a decimal. So we could simplify the fraction 4 over 14 by dividing out a 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 14 divided by 2 is 7. Put the x back on, and then negative 1 divided by 14. Well, I can't simplify that. It already is. So I just rewrite minus 1 over 14. So my equation here looks a little crazy, but we have y equals 2 over 7x minus 1 over 14. So my slope over here is the 2 over 7, my rise of 2, my run of 7, and my y-intercept will be negative 1/14. Okay, and for the last one. Now on this last one, we have everything on the left side with that variable y. So we need to cancel out the 2x and also that 7. I'm going to go with the 7 first by subtracting 7. So I will subtract 7 on both sides. That will leave me with 2x minus 4y equals negative 7. Now I'm going to cancel out that 2x by subtracting 2x on both sides and subtract 2x. Okay, when I do that, I end up with just the negative 4y on the left side of the equation equals negative 2x minus 7. And last, I'm going to need to cancel out that negative 4 by dividing by the negative 4 to each term. All right, once I do that, let me fix that up. Okay, when I do that, I end up with y equals negative 2 divided by negative 4. Well, a negative divided by negative is a positive. 2 divided by 4, I can simplify that fraction to be 1/2 x. You really don't want to have them as decimals. If you do, it's okay, but for the slope part, it should be rise over run, so fraction or a whole number. So 1/2 x, and then negative 7 divided by negative 4. Well, again, a negative divided by a negative is a positive. And 7 over 4 doesn't simplify, so we just write 7/4. Okay, so my rewritten equation is y equals 1/2 x plus 7/4. Or I'm going to write this way here. So the y-intercept is fine if it's a decimal. So y equals 1/2 x plus 7/4. If you divide 7 by 4, you're going to end up with 1.75. Okay, so here my slope is 1/2 and my y-intercept is 1.75, or the 7/4. All right, so there's examples that are very similar to each of your practice problems. So like, for example, if you're working on number 2, you may want to refer to number 2 here on this video, and 3, and so on. Okay, so there's plenty of examples for you to get some help. Good luck.